to Northway. I don't really run my diesels enough, do I? It's always steam or electric. Well, let's give the diesels a turn today. Hornby made this model R409, and there were thousands of these made in the early 80s. It does have the standard 3-pole ring-filled motor, which, as we know, is a good performer except at low speeds. So don't expect any really slow crawls. It's a model of number 37207 William Cookworthy. Now the Class 37s were built from about 1960 to 1965 as part of the British Railways 1955 modernisation programme. Well, the first one was numbered D6700, and they got to D6999 and thought, uh-oh, we've run out of numbers, so they had to go back to D6600, and then they got as far as D6608. There were 309 Class 37s built. Well, Class 37s as they became. English Electric Type 3 they were originally called, affectionately known as tractors. So in the 80s they were chosen to be the standard Type 3 for British Rail and were given big overhauls. And there are 50 of them, roughly, as I speak, in 2023. Roughly 50 still going and 35 preserved. So let's move on to the English Electric Type 4. They do look similar, don't they? English Electric Type 3, English Electric Type 4. Well, the wheel arrangement's different. We've got a standard Co-Co for the Class 37, but a 1 Co-Co1 for the Class 40. Well, the first Class 40 originally was numbered D200, and they were 200 produced, and they went up to D399. And then they were renumbered, and D201 became 40001, etc. Except D200 became 40122 because D322 had already crashed. Well, they were all withdrawn in the mid-80s because they were deemed to be a little bit too heavy for their power rating. But there are 8 still preserved, I believe. In their heyday, the best they ever got was West Coast Main Line duties. But during the 70s, they were used for pretty mundane stuff. Anyway, today, let's see 40164 in express mode, shall we? Okay, see that in a minute. The Brush Type 4, or Class 47 as it became known. The most numerous of the diesels, 512, were produced. The first one being D1500, which was renumbered as 47401, so there it is. And 47401, I believe, is preserved. at Midland Railway Butterley, I think, as I speak. Well, the Class 47s have had a long and illustrious career with British Rail. First one appeared in 1962, and I think then they were in production until about 1968. Lots of renumbering and modifications along the way. There is 30 still running, and there are 30-ish in preservation, and there were another 30 that became Class 57 after some modifications. My other Class 47 is number 47568. Well, 47568 started life as D1626, then became 47045 in April 74. It got the number we can see here, 47568, in December 1980, which makes it borderline anachronistic, because I say that I never go past 1980. Q. Anyway, the large logo livery certainly is past 1980. So, we're going to do it anyway. What bad things are going to happen? Well, I'm going to do it and we'll see what bad things happen. Well, after 1980, it got the number 47726 in the mid-80s, I think, or the 90s. And then in 2007 it was scrapped. So this is an old Hornby model, which I've uprated a little bit, but it's got the Hornby 3-pole Ringfield motor in it, same as William Cookworthy. This Class 47 is a railroad model, and it's got the new 5-pole skew wound motor, same as 40164. So they run nicely at low speeds. They've also got a sound chip in. I think I got this one, 47401, a few years back, a special offer from Hattons, and I think I only paid about 70 quid, including the decoder with sound. Imagine that nowadays. Anyway, I have talked enough and we want to see some trains running, so I'm going to do it.